Well, just one day after changing some of its COVID quarantine policies, the Duval County School Board voted to allow its general counsel to look at legal action, challenging the Department of Health's emergency rule that was part of the reason for its changes to the quarantine policy.
On your side's Kaylee Tracy breaks it down and what it means for your child.
I think if the board decides to make that decision, it's time for the district to consider a formal challenge to the new Department of Health rule.
At an emergency meeting Tuesday, the Duval County School Board did decide to challenge the Department of Health's emergency rule. The rule, announced last week by the new state surgeon general, now gives parents the choice whether or not to quarantine their child if they're exposed to COVID but not showing symptoms. Just yesterday, the district cited the emergency rule and declining COVID cases when it announced elementary classes will no longer move online when there's 2 or more COVID cases in a 7-day period. Instead, students only have to quarantine if they have symptoms.
We protect children by masking, by spacing, by disinfecting, by contact tracing, and by quarantining.
Dr. Jeffrey Goldhagen, a local pediatrician, spoke at the meeting.
The executive order or emergency order by the acting Surgeon General is an assault on science. It's an assault on public health.
The meeting was called in response to a letter the state education commissioner sent to the district last week detailing the new order and giving the district, quote, one more opportunity to come into compliance with the state's rule when it comes to masks.
If my child is not sick and they're not being forced to wear a muzzle, they will go to school. I check their temperatures every day. They take a bath every day. My children are very clean, healthy children. If they are sick, they will stay home.
Shaylee Hovinga has 2 children and attended the meeting. She's in favor of parents' choice.
School board needs to stop playing around with the parents' choices on their kids.
Kaylee Tracy, First Coast News, on your side.
Now, to be clear, the updated quarantine policy for elementary schoolers is the rule for now.
And a new addition to the Duval County Schools COVID-19 dashboard. Take a look toward the bottom right side of your screen. The dashboard now includes data on the county's positivity rate and the weekly average of the new cases. Those numbers determine when the school district will end its face mask mandate. So let's break down those numbers for you. Here's a look at where we are right now. The 7-day positivity rate in Duval County is 8% right now. The weekly average of new cases per 100,000 people is nearly 170. Now to what the numbers need to be to end the mask mandate. The positivity rate needs to be 7.99% or less, and the weekly average of new cases needs to be under 50.